Welcome back to PluginMastery. Today we will be going through how to make tab completions and how to make a basic heal plugin. So let's get started. So first off, let's make a simple heal plugin. So let's make it so you have to type /heal and then a name if you want. If you don't put a name, it heals yourself. And that's a pretty basic command that we can make. So first off, here we can remove all of this because we're gonna make something else. So firstly, what happens if they have one argument or more? So we get the player that they specified, then we can do string target name, and this is the name of the variable, so you can choose whatever you want. But if you want to follow the tutorial and don't mess anything up, you should just put the same name, equals args 0. This means that we're getting a string, and a string is a name, and we call it target name, and it's gonna be the first argument. So let's make this into a player and not a string, because we can't use the name of the player. We need the player and not the name, or we need the name but we need the player as well. So let's just do player target equals bucket get player exact target name. Okay, you can just copy this, and then you can do target set health, and just because we know that they are on 10 hearts, we put 20, because health is basically the double of the hearts. So 10 hearts is 20 health, 5 hearts is 10 health, and 1 heart is 2 health. I hope that makes sense. Now we healed the specified player, okay, but let's add some messages. Let's just do player.message, then chat color.green, you healed. Let's do target name. Okay, but so this will make it so if you put a name of a player, it will heal them. Okay, so let's say if they didn't specify a player, then we can heal the player instead. So we can do player set health 20. We can do player.send message green. You healed yourself. Okay, so you might have realized that there's a warning here, and that tells us that this target might not be online, or just might not exist or be online. So to make sure that the player that you specified is online, do if target equals null, because we check something. In here, I'm just gonna make some spaces. Okay, in here we type player dot set health 20, player dot send message chat color dot green. You healed yourself. Now we can do return true. Okay, so let me explain what we're doing here. First off, we check if the player that runs the command puts any arguments, and then if they did put any arguments, we get the first argument that we assume is a name of a player, and then we get that player, and then let's just say that player might not be online. Then we check if the player is null, and this means that if the player is not online, then we set the player that ran that command, we heal that player's health instead, and then we send them a message. Here we can also send a message like this player isn't online or something, but here we're gonna heal them because I want to do that. And then if player is online that you specified, you heal them, and then you send a message to the player that ran the command. And if you didn't put any arguments at all, it just heals the player. Okay, so that might seem really complicated or really simple, but if it is complicated, you can go back, watch it again, and until you understand what's going on. So we don't want the player to have to type out the whole name they want to specify, because that might be annoying. Let's see, they might have a really long name and they don't want to type the thing out every time. So how can we make it so they can just press one button, tab, to specify a player? That's just simple. What in there? So how do we do this? So we go here, make some new rows, because it's a completely new method. You add override public list string, and it's a list because we're gonna put tab completions, and that's at the argument. And I can show you right here. This is what it is. It's basically a easy way to access any arguments. Okay, so we can rename this on tab complete. We can do command sender, command string args. Okay, so this, you might realize that all of these variables that we put here, we actually have up here, or almost all of them, like this. We just rename this string right here to S here because it's such more simple. So here we can type list string, and here we actually make the string, or here we actually make the list. Okay, and we name it completions, new array list. Okay, so here we make a new list and we call it completions because that's gonna be the tab completions, and then we can put it right here. We can get the player equals player sender. Okay, so here we want to check if the player actually have permission to run this command, and we can use check the same permission as we do up here. PluginMastery.command.myFirstCommand. Okay, we do if player dot as permission PluginMastery.command.myFirstCommand. And this just makes sure that if a person without permission just doesn't get the tab completions, because that might look weird, or we just don't want that. Okay, and here we will do something new called a for loop. We put for player, and then we do p bucket get online players. This might look so weird. What is this, you might ask? So in simple words, this just goes through every online player. So it gets a player, and we call it P, and then it just gets all online players, but it does this once at a time. 1 player, 2 players, 3 players, yeah. And then we can add completions with add, and this is the list up here, p.get name. Okay, So this right here, we loop through all the players right here. Then we add the name of the player to our completions. Okay, so now we put right here, we go string last arg equals args dot length -1. Might not make sense, but I will explain in just a second. Then here we do return completions dot green dot filter s dot starts with last arg dot collect. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's all. So, what is this, you might ask? And if you don't understand this, that's completely fine, because it's pretty complicated if you don't know what you're doing. So, first off, here we put, so here we get our argument, and here we return the completions, the list here, and the list is gonna have the names of players, and then we go through them, and then if it starts with the last arg, so if you type something like I don't know, PluginMastery, and then it starts with P, every player that starts with the letter P will pop up, and then if you do Z, every person that starts with Z will pop up. You get the idea. I can show you right here how it works, and that's basically what we do. So you might have seen that, why is there an error here on override? So to fix this error, we go up in our class and implement command executor, and so we put like that, tab completer. There we go. I can go down and you see, oh, it's fixed. Good. Okay, so now we can try to run this. Okay, so let's see if this command works now. We can do slash my first command, then we can see, oh, my name pops up. So what happens if I press tab? Oh, we get the tab completed. Then can press enter. You healed zombie man. Okay, but let's just take some damage. So we can do effect, heal zombie man, instant damage like 1 and 2. Oh, that was too much. Okay, let's do 1. Okay, and now we can, oh, I have taken a lot of damage. What should I do? I can do my first command. Oh, you healed yourself. Then zombie man. Oh, okay, let's just more damage. My first command, zombie man. Oh, look at that. But let's say if I put maybe like you healed yourself, because of course technically coded isn't online at the moment. So if I do like I don't know, what happens if I like misspell my name or spell my name? Zombie, you healed yourself, because it just doesn't work. And if I do like Enderman, you heal yourself, because Enderman isn't online. So that's a simple command and tab completions that you can try to make for yourself, and it's pretty useful if you make like a plugin with commands where you have to put some names or something like that. But if your command did not work, and look at the code right here and pause the video or go back if you want, and you can copy all of this and all of this, and then you have to remember to add tab completer here, else it won't work and you will get errors.